Misha, pick up the phone.
Ah, and there was me having a good day.
Well, it's just become great. You're welcome.
What's happening?
I have had a lot of client meetings. It's been very full on. We're doing a merger at the moment, so...
Are you aware how tough this doesn't sound?
Thanks for the sympathy.
Anyway, I've got some news.
Okay.
I joined a dating app.
Have you? Well, I mean, they are inevitable.
I was expecting more shit from you.
Well, what's the saying? They have people in glass houses can't throw stones.
No way, you too?
Mm-hmm.
Matches?
Yes, a lot. No, 0.
But don't apps help out new users with
Misha,
likes and...
you're not helping.
They really try and help you get people to like you because you're new.
Misha, I still have 0 even with whatever you just said. There's still 0. What about you?
Hey, the grass isn't always greener. I've got 80 likes. But once you filter out the bad profiles and the nude pics and the meh ones, it's all just a bit quiet.
Are your standards a little bit high?
No! Anyway, I have a new initiative in the works.
What's that? You gonna kidnap someone?
I've signed up for speed dating tonight.
Okay, why are you telling me this?
Because I'm bricking it and do you want to have a drink before?
Could you just say less? It'd be great if you just stopped speaking about 30 seconds ago.
See you there. Bye.
Bye.
Because there's no substitute for meeting someone face to face. You can see their physicality, feel their vibe.
Yes, but what if there is no vibe? What do you do then? If you're online, you can log off, you can make it an excuse, you can just be gone. My internet connection was crap. What do you do here?
Welcome everyone to Speed Dating. My name's Derek, I'm your host. We're going to be beginning very shortly, so gentlemen, if you could make your way to your table numbers.
You are so cynical. This is where you're going to find that genuine connection you keep banging on about.
Why are you smiling at me like that? Why are you smiling at me like that?
No, I'm not smiling. You like anything.
Misha?
There is a small possibility I might have signed us both up.
I'm not doing it.
You are!
No, I'm not!
Yes, you are.
Well, I'll just leave.
Oh, come on.
No.
Look, at least it's going to be a good story.
It is not going to be a good story. I'm just going to get humiliated. You've been preparing for this. I'm not doing it.
It's a great story. Oh, he's browsing. He's browsing the shop floor.
How does it work?
Sorry, what?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, so the women stay at the table, the men, you, rotate around them.
I'm a man now.
So you go to different tables and you speak to girls.
What do I say?
Whatever you like, but you have 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
And halfway through the date, that dude over there will give us a warning. And then he'll also tell us when there's 1 minute left to wrap it up. So essentially, you've got to use your time wisely, which I know you're not good at.
No, hence why I don't want to do it.
Exactly.
We're going to start with the gentlemen by your first allotted table numbers. And good luck. Have fun.
You're sitting in my first date seat, so I need you to jog on. Go well, lad. Cheers.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
Ryan, I'm Kathleen. Sorry, I just wanted to squeeze in a quick page. Do you mind if I get to the bottom?
Yeah, by all means, fire away.
Done. All yours.
What are you reading?
The Evolution of Bond-Forming Dynamics Across the 21st Century by Professor Gertrude von Nosselhoff.
Well, it must be a pretty good read if you're sneaking in pages in between dates.
Oh, no. I have to finish it for a seminar tomorrow. I'm a PhD student in behavioral psychology.
What do you think of it?
She has some interesting points. The chapter I'm on covers the influence of pop culture on behavioral modeling and attraction dynamics.
Yes. No, that does sound interesting, but, I mean, please don't ask my opinion on it, because
Yeah. I wouldn't expect that of you. But if this goes well, maybe you'll learn a little something.
Okay, so you're here because you're looking for a study buddy.
No, quite the opposite. I need someone to keep me out of the library occasionally.
So the age-old work-life conflict.
Which side of it do you fall on?
Am I allowed to say that? Balance is best?
No. No fence sitting, one or the other.
Work it's just a necessity. I mean, any moment I'm not in work or on the clock, I can devote to whatever I actually want to do.
So you're a 9-to-5er?
At the very most.
I don't think I could stay out of the library that much. Anyway, I have a confession to make.
Okay, already.
Everyone tells me that for whatever reason, I haven't lived.
I don't believe that.
I've never been to a nightclub.
Never. What, your fourth stint as a student and you've never even set foot in a nightclub?
I would rather spend the day in a cafe with a book and my laptop.
This is your halfway warning, guys. Halfway.
So you are still studying to become a more qualified psychologist?
The more you know, the more you earn. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Sorry, I researched good speed dating questions before tonight.
That's what you got? It sounds a little bit more like you researched good job interview questions instead. I want a happy family by then. I just want to be in a loving relationship and however many kids life blesses me with.
Okay, so say life has blessed you with one child, boy or girl.
Okay, blessed was a bit of a lame choice of words.
No, it was sweet.
Oh, sweet. That's what every guy wants to hear on a first date. Am I allowed to say neither? Yeah, I feel like I'd leave them free to decide who they want to be. And if that subscribes to a gender norm, great. And if it doesn't,
If not, that's great, too.
then go. Question. How do I know that all of this isn't part of your PhD thesis? That all the guys here aren't just your guinea pigs?
You don't. But a study at the University of Virginia found that we are more intrigued by those whose thoughts and feelings are unclear.
You have a study for everything. Is that supposed to be my key takeaway from today?
I'll offer you a better one. From Professor Nosselhoff? I'll find one from the start of the book. Here we go. This is a good one. When we set off on a journey, we are riddled with excitement or apprehension. Nothing in between.
It's not exactly one you'd read in the toilet, is it?
No, not quite.
Well, that's Nosselhoff's opinion, but I think that apprehension is our body's way of telling us that something is worth doing, despite the risks.
You know, we can actually reprogram our brains to interpret nerves as excitement. They're similar chemicals. I did that before coming tonight.
Would you do that before tests as well, that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah. Very helpful for tests.
It's clever, isn't it?
Brain's clever.
Not mine.
Got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Well, how do you fancy spending the final minute?
Why not leave that to Professor von Nosselhoff again? Let's get a takeaway from the end of the book.
People only care about the end of the book. I want the answers.
All right.
Right now, come on. I'm ready.
Final words from the book. Everything is transient. Time, life, relationships, none belong to us. Only our purpose does. Around it, all else is determined.
So the right things will enter the orbit that we create around ourselves. Is that what that means?
Exactly. Every decision we make affects who's pulled into that orbit, whether we know it or not. The quote is actually really relevant to my life. I'm finally focusing on my orbit and mine alone. Thanks for listening.
No problem. And I'm glad to hear you're doing that.
That's your lot. Ladies and gents, time's up. Let's be moving on.
This was fun, Ryan.
Yes, it was. It was really great to meet you, Kathleen.
So I'm not the biggest social media user, but they say that's the best way to keep in touch nowadays.
What does Professor von Nosselhoff say?
Who do you think I got it from? At Kathleen Parker 88.
Okay. I got it. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Hi there. I'm Ryan. Can I sit? Thanks.
I'm Brandy. What do you do for a living?
I work in finance.
Long hours, big paycheck.
Well, the more you put in, the more you get out.
That's why I've got my side hustles. I'm a beautician, but I'm doing an online course in international relations and I trade cryptocurrency. I just sold an NFT, actually.
Non-fungible token, the digital art thing.
Bingo.
Play money, though, isn't it?
Try to send that to my bank account. Sorry if I'm quite direct about things. We just don't have a lot of time.
Sure, can
What are you looking for?
Okay, that is a big question.
Important question.
Look, at this point, my priority is focusing on myself and just having a bit of fun.
Do I look like a casual kind of girl to you?
No, but you do have a lot going on, so you might only have time for something casual.
I'd make time for the right person. Plus, if I was looking for casual...
Hi there. I'm Ryan. Can I sit? Thanks.
I'm Brandy. What do you do for a living?
I work in finance.
Long hours, big paycheck.
Well, the more you put in, the more you get out.
That's why I've got my side hustles. I'm a beautician, but I'm doing an online course in international relations and I trade cryptocurrency. I just sold an NFT, actually.
Non-fungible token, the digital art thing.
Bingo.
Play money, though, isn't it?
Try to send that to my bank account. Sorry if I'm quite direct about things. We just don't have a lot of time.
Sure,
What are you looking for?
Okay, that is a big question.
Important question.
Ultimately, I think I want to find a partner and I just want to settle. No, I want to settle down. I didn't mean, no, I'm not saying that, it's not nothing to do with it, I'm saying that I want to settle.
In my experience, guys who openly want relationships have been needy.
Hi there. I'm Ryan. Can I sit? Thanks.
I'm Brandy. What do you do for a living?
I work in finance.
Long hours, big paycheck.
Well, the more you put in, the more you get out.
That's why I've got my side hustles. I'm a beautician, but I'm doing an online course in international relations and I trade cryptocurrency. I just sold an NFT, actually.
Non-fungible token, the digital art thing.
Bingo.
Play money, though, isn't it?
Try to send that to my bank account. Sorry if I'm quite direct about things. We just don't have a lot of time.
Sure,
What are you looking for?
Okay, that is a big question.
Important question.
Well, I mean, whatever I can get, really. I mean, they didn't do any background checks here, so I couldn't really pass up on that opportunity. Although, that could work both ways. You could be an axe murderer for all I know.
Obviously not.
The crypto trading beautician is a pretty suspicious cover story.
Are you making fun of me?
No. No. I am being sarcastic. I am doing it badly, mind you, but I was...
You were joking. Right. No, that is actually quite funny. Sorry, I don't really get British humour sometimes. You know, I wasn't born here.
Irish humour, but...
Right.
But you have been here for a while by the sounds of things. Do you live locally?
Yeah, I bought a one-bed up the road. It's top floor with an amazing view of the water.
You bought a penthouse.
The NFT was pretty valuable. Where do you live?
I live 10 minutes away. I live on my own as well.
Flat?
Yep.
Buy it or rent it?
Back to the quickfire round.
I mean, we're covering a lot.
Yeah, we are.
So?
I own it. Yeah, I'm very lucky to be able to say that. It's very difficult to get on the property ladder in London.
You earned it. You work hard in an industry that pays well.
Thank you, Randy.
This is your 3-minute warning, guys. 3 minutes to go. Just 3 minutes of lovely conversation.
Okay, let's move on to foreign affairs. Do you like holidays?
I do.
Where do you go? What sort of holidays do you take?
What kind are you into, though?
I allowed to say a lad's holiday?
Go for it. You won't hear from me again, though.
You can't beat a beach holiday for a bit of R&R.
Very true. Vitamin D is essential for our well-being. You aren't a Speedos guy, though.
No. I can't pull them off.
Won't ask why. I could only afford to travel recently, so I've got a lot of places on my list.
Well, what's the top of the list?
There's more than one thing. Cruise the Galapagos Islands. Meet the sloths and turtles in Costa Rica. See the Iguazu Falls between Brazil and Argentina. I don't know, for me it's more about experiences. You know, I'm not so much into the historical stuff.
Yeah, but and seeing new cultures as well. Like, it's amazing to go to new places and see the different people and all the places that you're in operate on a daily basis. So, have you been traveling alone?
I like doing things my way.
Do you never get bored? Or lonely, like having to go to dinner on your own all the time?
Well, I've got my phone or tablet for entertainment and talk to people, but if I want less screen time,
nice.
I always keep a deck on deck. I mean, I picked this one up ages ago. I think it's got, I don't know, an extra king in there somewhere.
An extra king? That might come in handy.
Depends on the game. Okay, next question. Does body count matter?
Holy moly. I was not expecting that question.
Well, you were getting too smug. So, what do you think?
No, not for me. Just so long as someone's past doesn't affect their present too much. So, the body count, it would not be an issue.
Okay, so you're open-minded. That's cool.
Are you trying to tell me something, though?
No.
Got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute. So we'll be wrapping up very soon.
So, how did my questions make you feel?
There's a customer satisfaction survey.
Your feedback is greatly valued.
Is it actually, though?
Only if it's good.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't really feel like we felt like strangers. You?
The answer isn't part of the survey, sadly.
Okay. I see how this is going. Okay.
And your time is up. Thank you, ladies and gents. Lads, move on to your next table. Your date is awaiting.
Oh,
Wait, are you disappointed?
only because I had more questions. Would you like my social media handle?
Yeah. Or I can give you mine.
I never message that.
The Brandy baby girl.
See you later, Ryan.
Goodbye, Brandy.
Oh, hiya. You my date now?
Yeah, I guess I am. I'm Ryan.
Tony, nice to meet you. Sorry, I've got a match tomorrow, so I've got to keep limber.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is it, a sports match? Do you play locally?
No, it's my job, actually. I'm a footballer.
Oh, shit. Should you be out dating the night before a match?
Oh, don't worry. It's fine as long as I'm in bed by 12. Don't drink. I'm not an alcoholic. And don't have sex.
What's your position?
Reverse cowgirl?
No. What is your football position?
What do you think?
That's a tough one.
Well, just say which area of the pitch. I'll narrow it down for you. I'm not tall enough to be a goalkeeper. I'm a keeper in other ways, though.
I reckon that you are pretty skillful. So I'm going to say that you're up front.
What, you think I want all the glory? Got a big ego.
No, that's a bit of a conclusion to jump to.
I'm a defender. It's not all about goal. Oh, hiya. You my date now?
Yeah, I guess I am. I'm Ryan.
Tony, nice to meet ya. Sorry, I've got a match tomorrow, so I've got to keep limber.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what is it, a sports match? Do you play locally?
No, it's my job, actually. I'm a footballer.
Oh, shit. Should you be out dating the night before a match?
Oh, don't worry. It's fine as long as I'm in bed by 12. Don't drink. I'm non-alcoholic. And don't have sex.
What's your position?
Reverse cowgirl?
No. What is your football position?
What do you think?
That's a tough one.
Well, just say which area of the pitch. I'll narrow it down for you. I'm not tall enough to be a goalkeeper. I'm a keeper in other ways, though.
Well, you are doing your pre-match conditioning, which makes me think that you are reliable. And I think reliability is important in a defender, so I'm going to say defense.
Winner, chicken dinner. Pat yourself on the back. Do you like sports yourself?
Yes, big time. Football, rugby, tennis, basketball, golf. I watch absolutely anything.
Yeah, same. If it's on the telly, I'll watch it.
Even if you don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I'll pick it up as I go along.
It's like watching the Olympics, isn't it? Where you become an expert in like some random event overnight.
Yeah, I became an avid curling and skateboarding fan for those 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's not your phone. Is this reminding me to carb load for tomorrow?
What do you have in pasta?
Footballer's best friend.
This is your halfway warning, guys. That is 3 minutes to go.
So, how did you become a pro?
I'd say my key influence was my dad. He used to take me to practices, to matches. He knew I fell in love with it and did everything to cultivate my passion. The kit, the travelling, consoling me after bad performances. Are you close with your parents?
No, I wanted to ask you more.
We ain't got time, my lad. Tell me. If you want to, of course.
Yeah, like you, I'd be really close to my dad. He kind of taught me what it meant to be like a man, to be open-minded, which for him actually was more about your mindset than any specific character trait.
Yes, lads. We're lucky, eh? I think what I got from my dad was humility. He taught me how to keep my feet on the ground and appreciate what I have as well as what I want. What would you say you inherited from your dad?
Oh, God, that is tricky. On the positive side, I would like to hope that I am a good listener, that I am supportive. He definitely taught me how to take responsibility when I need to, and I think that I can keep my cool under pressure.
Any negative traits?
Yeah, some pretty shitty dad jokes. Oh, and don't annoy me when I'm watching TV.
I feel like that's universal for most dads. I think the most negative thing I've inherited from my dad is my stubbornness.
How bad are we talking?
Like bad, really bad. If you want to get through to me, you have to really persist. And even then, sometimes the persistence really backfires and just pisses me off.
Okay, noted.
Very wise.
We've got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Ooh, we're in stoppage time. What? Football's the best sport for making analogies.
No.
Do you fancy another quick challenge?
Yes, but what do you want to do?
Well, there's conversation starters and riddles, apparently.
Convenient.
Okay. A man looks at a painting and says, "Brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son." Who's in the painting, the man or his son?
Brothers and sisters, I have none. That man's bothers. Son, it is the man himself.
That's what I was going to say, but a draw's no fun. I'll say man's son.
But how do we find the answer? Oh, is it? It's folded in. Okay. More thoughts gone into this event than I gave it credit for.
The man's son! Get in!
Oh, God's sake. You only got that because you swapped your answer. You thought the man as well.
A win's a win, right?
No matter how you get it, eh?
Oh, hiya. You my date now?
Yeah, I guess I am. I'm Ryan.
Tony, nice to meet ya. Sorry, I've got a match tomorrow, so I've got to keep limber.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is it, a sports match? Do you play locally?
No, it's my job, actually. I'm a footballer.
Oh, shit. Should you be out dating the night before a match?
Oh, don't worry. It's fine as long as I'm in bed by 12. Don't drink, non-alcoholic, and don't have sex.
What's your position?
Reverse cowgirl?
No. What is your football position?
What do you think?
That's a tough one.
Well, just say which area of the pitch. I'll narrow it down for you. I'm not tall enough to be a goalkeeper. I am a keeper in other ways, though.
Well, you are doing your pre-match conditioning, which makes me think that you are reliable. And I think reliability is important in a defender, so I'm going to say defense.
Winner, chicken dinner. Pat yourself on the back. Do you like sports yourself?
Yes, big time. Football, rugby, tennis, basketball, golf. I watch absolutely anything.
Yeah, same. If it's on the telly, I'll watch it.
Even if you don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I'll pick it up as I go along.
It's like watching the Olympics, isn't it? Where you become an expert in like some random event overnight.
Yeah, I became an avid curling and skateboarding fan for those 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's not your phone. Is this reminding me to carb load for tomorrow?
What do you have in pasta?
Footballer's best friend.
This is your halfway warning, guys. That is 3 minutes to go.
So, how did you become a pro?
I'd say my key influence was my dad. He used to take me to practices, to matches. He knew I fell in love with it and did everything to cultivate my passion. The kit, the travelling, consoling me after bad performances. Were you close with your parents?
No, I wanted to ask you more.
We ain't got time, right, lad? Tell me. If you want to, of course.
Yeah, like you, I'd be really close to my dad. He kind of taught me what it meant to be like a man, to be open-minded, which for him actually was more about your mindset than any specific character trait.
Yes, lads. We're lucky, eh? I think what I got from my dad was humility. He taught me how to keep my feet on the ground and appreciate what I have as well as what I want. What would you say you inherited from your dad?
Oh, God, that is tricky. On the positive side, I would like to hope that I am a good listener, that I am supportive. He definitely taught me how to take responsibility when I need to, and I think that I can keep my cool under pressure.
Any negative traits?
Yeah, some pretty shitty dad jokes. Oh, and don't annoy me when I'm watching TV.
I feel like that's universal for most dads. I think the most negative thing I've inherited from my dad is my stubbornness.
How bad are we talking?
Like bad, really bad. If you want to get through to me, you have to really persist. And even then, sometimes the persistence really backfires and just pisses me off.
Okay, noted.
Very wise.
We've got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Ooh, we're in stoppage time. What? Football's the best sport for making analogies.
No.
Do you fancy another quick challenge?
Yes, but what do you want to do?
Well, there's conversation starters and riddles, apparently.
Convenient.
Okay. A man looks at a painting and says, Brothers and sisters, I have none. But that man's father is my father's son. Who's in the painting, the man or his son?
Brothers and sisters, I have none. That man's father is my father's son, so he's looking at the man's son.
No, it's the man himself, isn't it?
I don't think so, but how do we find the answer? Oh, is it? It's folded in. Okay. More thoughts gone into this event than I gave it credit for.
Ready?
Hey!
The man's son. Bore off.
Listen, look, when you're good, you're good.
Yeah, fair play. You may have slightly more brains than me.
Yes, but you have slightly better feet than me, so we'll call it even.
Take it.
And that is time, everyone. Move on to your next date.
We crammed a lot into that.
Yes, we did. Yeah, it was great to meet you, Tony.
Yeah.
Is that short for Antonia?
Spot on, but everyone calls me Tony. Do you want to keep in touch?
Yeah. What's your handle?
At TN7. Tony Newton and my shirt number 7.
That is some main character shit right there.
Okay, bit.
I will not. Have a good night, Tony.
Sorry, just fixing my eyeliner. I'm Azalea.
I'm Ryan.
You don't look like a Ryan.
No? Well, what do I look like then?
Not sure yet.
That's not from here, is it?
No. You gonna snitch?
No.
I made it. Just like the kombucha poured into it.
That's the fermented drink, isn't it?
Exactly.
It looks good. Are you happy with the batch?
Very. Tell you more about it, but we haven't got much time.
So, the kombucha is homemade. The goblet is homemade. What else is homemade?
I'd say 90% of this. The clothes, the accessories, I make it all from scratch. Started selling my stuff online during lockdown and it grew into a full-time business.
Wow, that's really original.
Thanks. Turns out my aesthetic plays quite well these days.
What aesthetic is that?
Call it what you want. I've heard hundreds of terms, kind and unkind.
Is it just you in the business, or...?
Yeah, don't need anyone else.
So how do you keep up with the demand?
There's a long wait list, but I engage with my customers a lot on social media, so they're understanding.
So if the supply is low, you must be retailing for a fairly high price?
No, I pride myself in affordability and sustainability.
Is that enough to do full-time? No, sorry, no, I'm not asking how much you earn. I just find the business model very interesting.
I get by.
Do I look like a Ryan yet?
Not quite.
All right, then. Well, what else can you tell about me?
You're definitely an earth sign. You seem quite grounded and stable.
I could be the most volatile person going for all you know.
The fact that you're not outright denying it suggests otherwise.
Just 3 minutes to go, everyone. 3 minutes. I know, it's going very quickly, very quickly.
You're really into your astrology, then?
Gives me structure. I analyse my behaviour in the context of something bigger. My main star sign is Scorpio, which I think really suits me. And then based on when and where I was born, my rising sign is a Sagittarius and my moon sign is a Libra.
What's the difference between those three?
Your main star sign is your sun sign. Represents sort of your desires in life, and your rising sign is how you present to others, and moon sign's what you're like deep down.
Okay. I don't really know about the other two, so...
Work them out for you, we haven't got much time, so...
So then, what makes your sun sign so Scorpio?
We aspire to be brave, loyal, honest.
Any negatives?
Jealous and secretive, but it doesn't really apply here. Do you relate to them as animals as well, I guess?
Aren't they really aggressive?
anyone threatened.
But don't they eat each other, though?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
And this is your final minute, guys. Final minute.
So, I was wondering...
No, I've spoken about myself enough. I want to know more about you.
I feel like it's been pretty even. Can you just...
It really hasn't, so I want to know more about you.
Fine, fire away.
What's your type?
On paper, translucent skin, ill-looking, hates the sun, allergic to garlic. That's the thing. That's the type I've always gone for. They suck.
I see what you did there.
Anyway, what's yours?
I would say that I'm fairly open-minded.
Oh, come on. Everyone has an instinctive type.
Well, I hope this doesn't freak you out. If I say that my type is something a little bit like you.
Very funny. So, this is specifically your type.
Well, no, it's nothing to do with the way you look exactly. I'd say it's more to do with the way you like to do things outside of the box. I think that is very interesting, and I think it's very attractive.
Thank you, Ryan. Totally freaked me out though, you weirdo.
That's your lot. Ladies and gents, time's up. Let's be moving on.
That was the kind of interaction I was hoping for from this. Thanks.
Yeah, me too. What is your handle? I'd love to check some of your stuff out.
At Azalea Shadows. A-Z-A-L-E-A Shadows.
A-Z-A-L-E-A, okay.
Good evening. I'm Derek, evening host.
Hello, Derek. Am I in trouble?
No. But unfortunately, the lady that was sat at this table, she had to leave early. I'm sorry.
Right. So are you filling in for her? Did she pull a runner when she saw me?
No, nothing of the sort. She is a musician. Had a gig to get to.
Well, that is pretty fair. That's a good alibi.
How did the rest of them go? Find what you're looking for?
Oh, is she the last one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of glad about that because I don't really know how many more I had left in me.
Well, I'm sure you made a fantastic impression.
Yeah, no, I've met some great people, but I think it's just too early to tell.
Speed dating is just to pique curiosity rather than find love.
It's just like a little teaser, isn't it? You just kind of just get to know them, and just as you're getting there...
It's like tapas, I like to say.
Well, a little bit of everything.
Love tapas, yeah. Some olives.
I do have to call you out, though, because there's some times when the date's going well, and then just then I hear you screaming out. Give me like an extra 30 seconds. I need to be able to give you a signal or something. How long have you been hosting?
I have lots of hosting experience, but specifically the speed dating stuff, just at the beginning of lockdown.
So those were digital, I presume?
Mm-hmm, correct. For me, finding love is the most formative journey of our lives, and I just wanted to help people continue that journey, despite the circumstances. Having said that, there is no real substitute for meeting someone special in person.
So from these, have you ever had any marriages develop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had a couple. Even a couple of babies named after me. Yeah. Need to put it in my bio. Pregnancy facilitator, Derek.
You really don't, because that sounds like something that would be on a T-shirt on a lad's holiday.
The stag do T-shirts. You're right. Okay.
I actually think I've seen them before.
I sell like hotcakes, though, right? So how did you hear about us?
I was duped into coming here this evening. I thought I was going out for a drink with my best mate, Misha, and here I am. She's actually somewhere here. She's on a date somewhere, I don't know. But...
Well, I love a strong male-female friendship. Do you prefer the company of women or men?
Come again?
Oh, sorry. I'll rephrase. Who do you feel like you naturally engage with more easily?
Well, Misha aside, I would definitely find it easier to relate to lads. It's not that I'm uncomfortable talking to women.
Oh, interesting. That's just not what the feedback from your dates would suggest.
What feedback? What does it say?
I don't know if you want to know. I'm just messing with you. That was a little bit unprofessional.
I'm going to get you back for that.
You can try. You are halfway, guys. Halfway. God. Don't tell anyone I forgot.
Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks.
So tell me, what is the best way to approach all of this?
Well, aside from being yourself.
Well, let me rephrase that. Do you have any less crap advice?
No, I don't. Sorry. The thing is, there's so many different types of personalities in here. One person's poison might be another person's paradise.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
Okay, I'll pose you this. Are you looking for someone more lively or laid back? Because that may decide what kind of energy you want to exude yourself. Now, both are brilliant, but markedly different.
I think I like to dominate in most situations, so probably someone who's a little bit more laid back would be helpful, but not someone who is a pushover.
They do often say that relaxed people are more confident, successful, sexy, even.
You talk from experience.
Yeah. First hand.
I was wondering, has hosting these made you, like, an expert in romance?
What, like some kind of love guru? No. No.
No, come on. You must have more insight than the average guy. Okay, wait. Okay. Has it ever helped in your personal life?
Sadly, no. No, it's still very single. Why, did you have someone in mind for me?
Yeah. Misha. She would love to meet you. She's here. I can introduce you.
I'm sure Misha's fab, but I won't be interested.
It's a bit mean. What's wrong with her?
Well, she's a her.
Yeah, sorry. No, I shouldn't have assumed. That was silly of me.
You're fine. Totally fine.
So what other events do you host?
So a lot for the queer community. So we do a lot of, obviously, speed dating. We do traffic light parties, lock and key parties, all sorts, really. Okay, it is your final minute, guys. Final minute. Need to stop forgetting. Sorry, what were we?
We were talking about your queer events.
Yes. Yeah, you should come sometime.
Sorry, are you assuming that I'm still going to be single after this?
I don't know, maybe see it as a safety net.
I would love to. You know, just so long as you're hosting, of course.
Naturally. And that, ladies and gents, is the end of tonight's event. I've been Derek. Get home safe, and hope you had a good time.
Thanks, Derek. I'm actually kind of glad that the musician bailed.
Oh, she was lovely. But I'm kind of glad too. But that is totally against the rules for me to say that.
Is it also against the rules for me to ask for your socials?
No. At Dmore Events.
Got it.
So what about you? Tell me about your speed dating.
Well, yeah, and an absolutely nuts thing happened. I was supposed to be meeting for this day this musician, but she bailed. And then, do you remember the host?
Yeah?
Yeah, Derek is his name. So I was sitting there, and he came up and told me about a girl who had to leave. And then we sat down, we just started talking.
You and Derek!
Yeah,
God,
he's
I
just.
love that!
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you saw plenty of him as well. He's a cool guy. He's very, very suave.
So, would there be more with Derek?
Maybe, yeah.
Love that for you.
Yeah, thank you. There was Kathleen, who was a PhD student studying psychology. She was reading on our date. She was just very smart. It was a little bit intimidating.
Do you think there'll be more from Kathleen?
There could be. Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt like... Yeah, we got on well.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Aha, now, let me tell you about Tony. She's a football player.
Wow.
Professional.
Wow.
She was just quite laid back. Sort of person who was like, give as good as you can get, you know?
That sounds fun. Do you think there might be a future with the footballer?
I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah, I'd love to see her again.
Aww.
There was Brandy. Let me tell you about Brandy. My God, she would put you to shame the amount of work she would do. She is a crypto trading beautician, and she's studying as well.
Wow, what a combination.
I don't even know how she finds the time to do all of it.
Was there a spark?
Yeah, there was. I liked her. She's she'd make you raise your game, you know.
And your game needs to be raised.
Well, so you keep telling me.
Yeah.
There was Azalea. Yeah, she was something else. She brought her own kombucha. She had her own goblet that she brought.
Goblet?
Yeah, with a crow on it. It's just very different, but it was really interesting because it wasn't like any of the other dates I went on.
Was there chemistry over kombucha?
Yeah, I guess you could say there was a little bit of chemistry, yeah. I could see it going somewhere.
So, what's the next move?
I don't really know. I kind of have a few options, so...
Mr. Popular.
Yeah, well, you know, what can I say? I guess I just need to think about it a little bit and see where I go from there. Yeah.
Proud of you.
Peace.
Hey, Ryan.
You look great.
Thank you. Sorry, caught me fixing my eyeliner again.
That is okay. I actually thought that I was the early one for once. Have you had many orders to process this week?
Lots. Plus, a celebrity client requested a piece. I turned it down.
Why? That's a great coup, surely.
They demanded to skip the queue. I owe too much to my core clients to drop them for an impatient prima donna. Anyways, Mercury is in retrograde, so hassle was expected. Tell me about your week.
So, Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah, what about it?
I have heard of it, but I don't really know much actually about it.
It's an optical illusion where the planet Mercury appears to move backwards in the sky. It happens 3 or 4 times a year. And it basically just messes with technology and life.
Okay. I can't say that I've noticed too much disruption to my life.
Aside from me entering it.
So, do you want a drink?
Love a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Hot in here.
I know, yeah. It's a cool place, though. Thank you very much. Yes, cheers, cheers. Do you know what I've just realized? Speed dating is great because you jump straight into the face-to-face, so it eliminates any possibility of false advertising.
Mostly. I am a saleswoman, though.
Oh, so you're a good liar. Well, we put that to the test. Let's play a quick game of 2 truths and a lie.
I haven't played that in years. Okay. I'll go first.
Yeah, sure.
I can speak 3 languages. My cousin was my prom date because nobody asked me. And growing up, I had a guinea pig called Chuckles. Which is the lie?
That is quite a spread. I don't know which one I want to be the lie. The date's the lie. There is no chance that no one asked you.
Oh, that's cute. You're correct. No one asking me was true. But I went with my best mate, Danny, and we had the best time out of everyone.
So, good vibes.
Exactly. Danny was the best boy at school.
Should I be worried about Danny?
He's gay, it's Christmas. Your turn.
I have a 3rd nipple. I have climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I am a keen fisherman.
Tough ones. The nipple is the lie. I just can't see it.
Do you imagine me topless just there?
Purely for the purposes of the game. Don't flatter yourself.
You say so. Correct. I am a dual-nippled man.
I'm really impressed the Kilimanjaro one's true. It takes so much to achieve those physically and, mentally demanding feats.
Yeah. It was just an amazing life experience. The fishing one is also true.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay. Round 2. Go for it.
Okay. My parents met on the set of a porn film. My real name isn't Azalea. My body count is more than 20. Is there one you want to be the lie?
I'm thinking.
Tread carefully.
The name one is a lie. You could only be called Azalea.
I agree, but it's actually true.
No. What's your real name then?
I'll explain another time. I've gone by Azalea for a decade now. Body count once a lie.
So your parents met on a porno set?
They weren't starring in it. Don't get too excited. Okay, basically my mum was a makeup artist and my dad owned the studio it was being filmed in.
If you say so.
I've seen it. They're definitely not in it.
I can't compute this.
Your turn.
I have octophobia, which is a fear of the number. I need 10 hours sleep a night. I collect novelty coasters.
The coasters is the lie. It's the most boring.
Oh, can't all be as interesting as you.
Yawn. Was I right?
Yeah, I'm only mildly boring.
No. I was bluffing. I'm a collector myself.
Of?
Clocks. Handcrafted ones, little things. Very cute. I recently got this amazing cuckoo clock from Freiburg in Germany. And the 8 was particularly well made. So octophobia is a thing. Shame about the 10 hours, though. I work at night, so I have irregular sleep patterns.
Yeah, I need my sleep, so...
That could be a problem. I was a junior clay pigeon shooting champion. I have more piercings that can't be seen than can. And I'm allergic to bullshit.
Is this a trick one?
Don't know what you're talking about.
The clay pigeon shooting one is the lie. I can't really see you being into guns.
Correct. I'm totally anti-guns. However, as a kid, I was forced into clay pigeon shooting, and I was a phenomenal shot.
Well, that sounds like an interesting childhood. Wait, so which one's the lie?
The piercings, as much as it may surprise you. Did you have some good mental images, though?
No, I didn't even give it a moment's thought. Can I loop back to the fact that your name isn't actually Azalea?
I'm not a habitual liar, I promise. Just ask me anything.
You're deflecting.
I said I'd explain another time, and there's plenty more to learn about me anyway.
I want to know what you are really passionate about, Azalea.
Good one. Doesn't get asked enough. I've dabbled in all sorts, so whilst my business is what I enjoy at the moment, I know it won't last forever.
You get bored easily?
No, it's just I'm still searching for my true passion.
Yeah, no, I get that. Well, I hope you find it soon.
Thanks.
So...
Lads, where are you?
Why did you get that drunk in a place like this?
What the hell?
Sorry, lad. Looks like you could use a bit of extra colour on the Halloween costume.
Oi! Prick! That's not on.
You really gonna come at me like this?
Azalea, leave.
I can handle myself, Ryan.
Listen to your boyfriend, Lady Dracula.
You got a big mouth, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm very witty.
Apologise to me right now.
Or what?
I'll get you kicked out. Ruin your big night out with the lads unless they've abandoned you on purpose.
All right, sorry.
Thanks for letting me handle that.
No worries. Here.
thanks.
Looks good in you.
Thank you.
It goes well with the pentagram, so.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
I can get it.
Oh, yeah, no, hang on.
Honestly, it's cool.
Well, you are turning down celebrity clients, so I'm sure you can afford it. Thank you.
Tonight was cool, Ryan.
Yeah, I thought so too. Are you okay getting home?
Yeah. I'll order a cab now.
Cool, I'll wait with you.
So I'm working late tonight, but if you give me your number, I've got the next 2 days off, so...
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure. So it's 67660.
Got it? All right, cool. Hit you up.
Cool.
Cheers.
Hey, you right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Were you ordering drinks from him?
No, I was waiting for you. I wouldn't order for someone before they arrived.
So he was asking for your number?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't stand much of a chance, does he? Have you seen me?
You're right. Yeah, but because he isn't my type. Not because you are. That wasn't my real number anyway. So, how's your week been?
Bit of work, now a bit of dating. Yours?
You should know how my week's been. I put it all on social media.
You spotted my likes.
I like to monitor my metrics.
Will we get a drink?
I will. I'll just have a tonic water.
Hey. Hello? Could we get a tonic water, please, and a beer? Thank you.
Well, my week has been standard as yours. Regular hours at the salon, after hours studying, and when I can, checking the crypto markets. So this is my self-care time.
Oh, God, I hope not to disappoint.
Oh, you won't. Because I am having fun tonight. Whether you like it or not.
I like your style. What is a good two-player game?
Something simple, like higher or lower, so we can still chat. I mean, we could make it more interesting, I guess.
What, like strip, higher or lower?
Points. One for each correct guess. First person to get 3 ahead wins.
Why am I noticing that you have made all of the rules since our speed date?
Get used to it. I'm a fair person, though, so I will give you a secret about myself for every correct guess.
Fair?
You go first. Is the next card higher or lower?
7 is a tricky one, because there's a pretty even amount of cards higher and lower. Lower. And it is an ace. The highest value card, which means your turn. Ugh.
Yeah, that means the next card is lower by default. I guess lower.
So what, 4 is pretty low.
Not the lowest, though.
Higher. It has to be higher. Oh, shit. And what, now you've got a 2, the lowest value card?
Which means the next card is higher by default. I guess higher.
Honestly, this is just unfair.
You saw me shuffling. It's all about how the cards fall.
This is a game more about luck than skill, isn't it?
There's tactical risk too. I mean, are you a lucky person?
Well, I would say luck comes in many forms.
It does, but generally, do you land on your feet a lot?
I am a young man living in London with a roof over my head. I would say all of that is pretty good fortune.
But what about specifics? What you've gotten versus what you wanted?
That's actually a pretty good way to calculate luck. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things that I wish I'd gotten, you know, a job or, I don't know, like trivial things, presents. What about you? Do you have any first world problems that you wish you had a little bit more luck with?
Plenty, but they don't bother me. They're stupid. Your guess?
What do we have? The last card was a 9.
Odds favour lower, but you've still got 10 and the other honour cards, which are higher.
Higher. Oh, you'd just love to see it. Secret, please.
All right, first secret. My love language is acts of service, and my favourite act is breakfast in bed.
Noted.
That was a very inspiring move by you. I'll follow. Higher. A queen or a queen?
Okay, look, I am still hanging on by a thread. Queen. I mean, this doesn't really get much higher than that. Higher. Ah, no!
And he goes out in a blaze of glory. Lower.
Shit.
I appreciate you.
Name your prize.
How about you have to be my personal waiter for the evening?
What can I get you, madam?
A vodka martini, please. I do have a confession, though. I have had this deck of cards for years, so some of the cards have scuffs that I recognize.
So that is how you guess so many right. You hustled me.
Oh, no, I don't know all of them, but it might have influenced some of my guesses.
Yeah, you think? So it was a vodka martini, is it, madam?
Yes, please, waiter. That was a really fun night.
Yeah, it was. I'll give you most of the credit. It did all start with your game.
I know it did. This is where you tell me you also had a great night?
Yeah, I thought that was implied.
I'm not a mind reader.
You live just up the road, right?
I do. You can walk me to my door.
So who's going to get the third date?
No commentary, please.
He's scrolling.
Scrolling back. Oh. Hello, Brandy. How are you? I'm very good. Great to talk to you again. I had a blast the other night, and I was wondering if you would be free sometime this week, maybe the weekend, to meet up again. Yeah? Okay, I will. I will talk to you then. Okay, bye, Brandy.
Okay, bye, Brandy.
She's cool.
She's cool.
I was
you being cool?
I was trying to be
cool. You're so not cool. But you've got another date.
I did get another date. No, it's okay. You're stronger than you know.
Very private.
Well, I had to get the mood right.
What kind of food do they do here?
They do all sorts, really. It is very eclectic, as I'm sure you will see.
They do a cheese fondue. Yeah, we have to get that.
Yeah, yeah, if you want.
Yes, please.
I would have never thought to order fondue.
Well, I'm extra like that. I still remember the first time I had fondue. In a Swiss skiing chalet overlooking a mountain range.
That sounds like something out of a movie.
Well, life's all about those moments. Do you have dream things that you want?
Yeah. I think everyone does. Like, even less materialistic people. Oh, let's share things of our dream lives.
Sounds fun.
Okay, let's start with the dream car. You go.
I don't know much, but sports cars are really sexy. You know, fresh interior, leather seats with a bright trim, you know? What about you?
You even know it down to the trim, eh?
Oh, yeah, I have goals, Ryan. You know this.
I want a sports car too, but it has to be fast. And I want it to have the butterfly wing doors. We could race each other.
I'm not so much about speed. It's more aesthetic for me.
That is just because you're afraid to lose.
Don't start, because I'll get competitive.
Look, you know I'd win.
You're so annoying.
You do know I'd win.
No, I win. I always win.
I do believe that.
Yeah, as you should. All right, next question. What would be your dream home? Architecture-wise and where? That's important, because you don't want a shit view.
A penthouse right up in the sky of a major city with glass everywhere. So during the day you can look out and you can see the buzz. And then at nighttime you can see the lights.
And fireworks on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it would be a perfect place for a midnight kiss.
I'm sure you'd have countless women wanting to get that invite.
Including you?
Well, you know I like top floor apartments.
All right, let's dive a little bit deeper. What is your dream partner like? For the game, not for any other reason.
I want a man who looks after himself and dresses well, but mainly someone who's ambitious and driven, who respects my hustle but has their own.
Power couple?
But the success isn't as important as the mindset. You know, we've just always got to be pushing for more together. What about you? And don't steal my answer. Or do, if you think you can live up to it.
Okay. I want someone who is really successful in their field because I think it would help inspire me to better myself.
Would you want to be in awe of someone, though?
No, hopefully it would be more of a team dynamic.
So you'd be happy with a woman who earns more money than you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that was implied in my answer, wasn't it?
Success usually equals money.
No, I'm old-fashioned like that. I just think that it is a man's duty to provide for his family.
No, I see both sides. You know, I'd want to be with a man more successful than me, even if it came high value myself.
And what's the other side?
Well, with so many bossed up women in the world right now, you might just have to adjust your mindset, babe. Next question.
Okay, let's pivot. What is your dream personal project?
If money didn't matter anymore, I'd get into politics. You?
Ooh, that is a tough one. Like, the possibilities are endless.
This will tell me a lot about you, actually.
I would go big with it. I'd want to own my own sports team. I would be involved at every level of it. I'd want to go to every game. I'd be there to strategize for success. The manager who we brought in, everything.
Wow. Yeah, that's ambitious. You'd be responsible for the happiness of millions of fans. That's a lot of pressure.
Diamonds are made under pressure, Brandy. Now, look, listen. You could also come up to the VIP box whenever you wanted to. Not a sports fan, I take it.
Sorry, what?
You just, like, fully zoned out on me there.
I'm sorry if I've come across as materialistic, Ryan. See, I've come from worse than nothing. I arrived in the UK legally, in a lorry, as an asylum seeker. I was 7, all alone, and couldn't speak any English. It made things like school and social care really difficult, but eventually I taught myself. I hope this doesn't sound like a sob story.
No, not at all. Do you remember much of your old life?
Well, my home country suffered lots of civil violence and the economy was awful. me and my mum lived off 3 loaves of bread a week, 2 normal ones and 1 sweet one. She saved all her money for a lorry trip across the channel, but it was only enough for 1 person, so she sent me.
You didn't have phones or anything? You couldn't contact her?
No. I haven't heard from her since. I don't even know if she's alive. But I'm visiting the region next month to try and find her. I want to make the most of my opportunity in this country because I'm one of the lucky ones.
Is Brandy short for something?
Bishma. It means beautiful.
Well, here is to you. Bishma.
Thank you, Ryan. You know, I like hot weather, I like tanning.
Can we eat for lunch?
I could be reading my magazine on the beach.
What are you reading?
Keeping up with what's going on in the world. You know, I want to be
Even on a holiday? So what do you have planned for the coming days?
Work, and work.
The grind just does not stop with you, does it?
I don't think it's a bad thing to prioritize your work life if it makes you happy. What are you prioritizing at the moment? Work or socializing or something else?
Well, you have kind of shamed me into prioritizing my work.
No, I would never intentionally shame anyone.
Okay, you have inspired me to become more career-focused.
That's more like it. I remember the right person will always fit around your work, not obstruct it.
That is a very good point. I've never actually thought of that before.
I'm going to be honest with you, Ryan. I've never really felt genuine connections with people in my life. This feels different. But the fact that I've never been here before means I can't promise that I'll be good at it.
But do you want to try, though?
Yeah. But you have to be sure you want to continue this with me. I don't deserve half effort.
No, you don't. And you will get 100% from me, Brandy.
You too. How about a strawberry for the road?
Yeah, do you want one? Oh, yeah,
You know, the view from my flat is really beautiful. You wanna come take a look?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely do.
Bring the strawberries too. Thank you.